This episode of My Hero Academia left me speechless. What we witnessed was nothing short of phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I had this episode figured out, but man was I wrong. I expected it to be good. Studio Bones took it to infinity and beyond. They shattered my expectations. Bro, Studio Bones has been feeding us so well this season, and the cooking isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Yes, sir! This nigga's spitting. Damn, nigga!
Tears started running down my face, man. Gentle, La Brava, and Lady Nagant came in clutch. What an episode. We all know what's going down. Toga copied Twice's quirk, and now she's unleashing Sadman's parade. This entire disaster could have been avoided if Deku had just knocked her out, but plot, am I right? Most of the heroes are scrambling to evacuate while Endeavor is staring down Darby yet again. And what's interesting is how he refers to him as Toya this time around. I like that detail because it shows that deep down he doesn't see Darby as just another villain, but as a victim of his own past mistakes, one that he has to atone for. The scene where Darby charges at Endeavor was insane. And after what they did during this episode, you know they are gonna absolutely crush this moment when it comes. Hawks is out here trying to stop All For One from making his escape to reach Shigaraki, which he needs to do because their fusion is still incomplete. Plus, he's not going to be feeling too good soon. All For One tries his usual trash talk, but Hawks isn't having any of it. Hawks has been the only person during this war who's been able to get under All For One's skin. He was basically doing what Spider-Man does, saying whatever he can to throw the villain off his game. Let's give Hawks the respect he deserves. Sure, he's no match for All For One in terms of power. We all know this. But one thing that he can do is to create just enough of a distraction to give the heroes a window to try and stop him. Back at Sky High, Kurogiri dumps Present Mike and a bunch of Toga clones on top of Monoma and Aizawa, breaking their vision on Shigaraki while he's literally giving birth to himself. Huge shout out to the animation team for this sequence, it looked amazing. And boys, he's finally back. Shigaraki Tomura has returned. It was so satisfying to see him back in control because listen, I was never really a huge fan of the whole Shigaraki All For One personality merge. Shigi is just more of an interesting character than All For One in my honest opinion. UA High School is in chaos as Skeptic's hacking brings the system crashing down. With added pressure from the clones and destruction all around, the school is literally falling from the sky. So who did the heroes call to counter-hack Skeptic? It's none other than La Brava.
What the fuck?
Everybody has been getting their moment to shine during this war, even the most forgettable characters from season 4. That's the true strength of MHA as a series, its brilliant use of side characters. And talk about timing, the heroes were so down bad that La Brava became their last line of defense. La Brava's hacking skills are far more superior to Skeptic's, and this isn't the first time they met. Bro, she's hacked into his servers before. This woman is a huge troll, the biggest hater. After overriding his control and revealing his location to the heroes, she hits a snag in that she can't reactivate the school's levitation system. That leaves it all down to one man, Gentle. Horikoshi really had this man T-posing on an air trampoline for his comeback. And Gentle is a completely different character from the last time we saw him. Before, he was obsessed with fame and reputation, but it didn't start out that way. Gentle was initially portrayed as a deeply unfortunate character, and unlike Shigaraki or Darby who embody tragedy, Gentle is simply a screw-up, someone who genuinely tried to do the right thing but ended up failing miserably. He isn't inherently evil, rather life just dealt him a bad hand. His attempt to save someone ended in failure, leading to him getting expelled from school and getting disowned by his parents. This series of unfortunate events crushed his dreams of becoming a hero and ultimately pushed him down a path of villainy. Horikoshi draws parallels between Gentle and Deku. When Izuku saved Bakugo at the beginning of the series, he performed a heroic act similar to Gentle's, but with one critical difference: good fortune was on his side. After all, he is the main character. Deku felt entirely useless in that moment, yet fate brought him face to face with the number one hero, and in that encounter, the story began. For Gentle, engaging in petty crimes and crafting his persona was his way of living out his dreams of being a hero, but this time he had a real chance to turn that dream into a reality. Everyone who skipped the Gentle arc needs to rethink their decision because I don't think any of you were familiar with his game. Ever since his defeat by Deku, Gentle has been on a redemption arc. After the first war and during the prison breaks, he displayed incredible strength and determination, single-handedly stopping an entire entire prison break by himself. And how embarrassing is that? An airbender soloed an entire prison. Meanwhile, some of the top 10 heroes stepped out. They should have ranked him as a hero after that. That's how strong he is by himself. But with La Brava's quirk boosting his power level to ridiculous heights, combined with his own abilities, he's literally able to hold up the entire fortress, and Bones did a phenomenal job adapting this scene into the anime. We were treated to some absolutely glorious Sakuga animation, but what truly took this part of the episode to the next level was the music. That's what made the episode peak. Whoever's idea it was to use the music from the second movie for this moment deserves a race. That track was so hype, and it was the perfect song choice. Watching Gentle's journey come full circle was simply beautiful. He's finally doing what he couldn't accomplish in the past. What made this episode even more impactful was how it deepened the emphasis on Gentle and La Brava's relationship. These two are true partners in every sense of the word. Gentle was there for her when she needed it the most, preventing her from ending it all, and in turn she fell in love with him. It's interesting because when we first meet these characters, it doesn't seem like Gentle had any feelings for her like that. It was something that developed over time. He protected her from getting arrested, and one of his driving motivations for stopping the prisoners was his desire to see her again. When they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, MHA took that shit literally, and Horikoshi was able to create a powerful moment between these characters which really showcased the depth of their bond in a way that truly resonated. After doing all of that, Shigaraki starts to move, ready to decay the ground beneath him, but BAM! His hand gets blown off, and that can only mean one thing. Lady Nagant makes her return, and I'm not even gonna lie, even in this state she can still get it.
Stop it. Get some help.
She's in the perfect position to support Deku in this fight, far away from Shigaraki and his decay quirk. After this episode we just watched, the next one might even be better than this, if Bones can keep up the consistency. What an epic episode we got this week, man. And I don't have much else to say. I've already shared everything I needed to. One thing I will say is only gonna get better from here. This is hands down the best episode of the season so far. Given how this season has been going, it has already solidified itself as one of the best seasons of My Hero Academia. With 5 episodes left, there are still so many moments waiting for us. And this episode dropped a tease that got me hyped as fuck, and if you know, you know. Thank you to everyone who watched the video. Your support means the world to me. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I want to give a huge shout out to all of you for helping the channel reach 2,000 subscribers. I love you all, man. Seriously, like I wouldn't be making these videos without you. Thank you for being part of this journey. Let me know your thoughts on the episode, and until next week, stay blessed.